Hello, everyone, and welcome to another lesson at English Pod. My name is Marco.
And I am Catherine, and today we're talking about shopping online. So this is an elementary level lesson.
That's right. We are going to shop for things online. So before we get started with this dialogue, let's take a look at one word we have for you on Vocabulary Preview.
Vocabulary Preview.
Okay, the word we're looking at today is eBay.
eBay. Okay, so this is a proper noun. It's an actual website, ebay.com.
That's right. It's kind of like a store on the internet for people who want to buy used things.
Okay, so maybe if you have a TV that you don't want anymore, you go on eBay, you put pictures of it online, and you offer it, and anyone can buy it.
That's right. So you can be a buyer. That means you buy things, or a seller. So you sell things.
So this is interesting. Usually you find used things on eBay, but you can also find new things.
You can. It's kind of like the Chinese website Taobao.
I've actually even seen people selling cars on eBay.
Cars?
Yeah.
I can't imagine buying a car on the internet.
Really? No, they have even very luxurious cars on eBay. So we'll talk about more about online shopping a little bit later on. But now, why don't we listen to our dialogue for the first time, and then we'll come back in just a little bit.
What are you doing?
I'm just looking for a nice pillow on eBay.
You're shopping for a pillow online? That's absurd.
Why? I don't have to leave the house or browse a dozen stores to find what I'm looking for. This way, I just search for it online, quick and easy.
I see. But how do you pay for it? How do you know you aren't going to be ripped off by the seller?
Well, the website handles a point system where if the seller does something wrong, people comment negatively. And then you know that he or she may not be trustworthy.
Wow, that sounds pretty safe. So how do you pay? Do you need a credit card?
You can use a credit card or your debit card. They also let you use the PayPal system, which is really safe and fast. I have never had any problems with someone hacking my information or anything.
Do you think I can find a sweater for my dog online?
You can find anything. Are you sure you want to start shopping online, though? Once you step into this world, there is no turning back.
Let's do it!
All right, we're back. So now we have 4 key words for you on Language Takeaway.
Language Takeaway.
The first word you might have already heard us use already. We're talking about going on the internet to do something. So we say to go online.
Okay, so by saying that you are going online, you say that you are using the internet.
That's right. So you can shop for something online. Online means the internet, right? On the internet. So we don't say in the internet. We say we're on the internet. For example, he's been on the internet all day long. I want to use the computer.
Okay, so I can say he's been online all day long.
That's right.
Okay, so that is online. And when we go online and we are looking through different websites, or maybe we are looking at items on eBay, we are browsing.
Okay, the verb here is to browse. Now, to browse is to look at, but not carefully, just to look at with maybe the idea to shop or to buy later.
Okay, so you can use browse for online things, but you can also use it for physical things, like you are in a shop, you are browsing.
That's right. So I can go to a clothing store and I can browse. For example, if the woman at the clothing store says, "Would you like to buy something?" I say, "No, I'm just browsing. I'm just looking."
Okay, very good. And then when they were talking about eBay and how it works, the person mentioned that they have a point system.
All right, a point system. Now, this is something you hear about a lot on websites these days. For example, many websites have different users. And so how do I know which users, or which, in this case, sellers, are the best? Well, we have a point system. More points means better.
Better.
Fewer points means worse.
Right.
You might also call this a star system. So basically, a point system is a way to show who is a very good community member and who is not.
That's right. And that takes us to our next word. So if a person has a lot of points in their point system, that means they are trustworthy.
Okay, trustworthy is an adjective. He is trustworthy. They are trustworthy. This means that I can trust them. Okay?
They are reliable.
That's right. So I don't think they will lie to me. I don't think they will cheat me.
Okay. So a person can be trustworthy. A company can be trustworthy.
Right. Or you could say, he never pays me back. He's not very trustworthy when I lend him money.
Okay. Very good. So 4 key words there. Why don't we listen to them again in our dialogue, and we'll be back shortly.
What are you doing?
I'm just looking for a nice pillow on eBay.
You're shopping for a pillow online? That's absurd.
Why? I don't have to leave the house or browse a dozen stores to find what I'm looking for. This way, I just search for it online, quick and easy.
I see. But how do you pay for it? How do you know you aren't going to be ripped off by the seller?
Well, the website handles a point system where if the seller does something wrong, people comment negatively, and then you know that he or she may not be trustworthy.
Wow, that sounds pretty safe. So how do you pay? Do you need a credit card?
You can use a credit card or your debit card. They also let you use the PayPal system, which is really safe and fast. I have never had any problems with someone hacking my information or anything.
Do you think I can find a sweater for my dog online?
You can find anything. Are you sure you want to start shopping online, though? Once you step into this world, there is no turning back.
Let's do it!
All right, we're back. So now we have 3 key phrases that we saw in our dialogue, and let's take a look at those now in Fluency Builder.
Fluency Builder.
Well, the first phrase we have here is related to that last word we had, trustworthy. Someone is not trustworthy if they will rip you off.
Okay, so it's a phrasal verb, to rip you off, or to rip off.
To rip someone off. That's right. So, they ripped him off. He ripped her off. This means to steal money from someone or to cheat someone.
Right. So maybe if a pair of shoes usually at a store costs $50 and then your friend sells them to you for $200, your friend ripped you off.
That's right. He ripped you off. That's not a good friend. He's not very trustworthy.
All right. So now when they were talking about how safe it is to make purchases online, the person explained that it's pretty safe and that no one has ever hacked his information.
Okay, so this is an important verb that has to do with the internet. To hack information is to steal information on the internet. So someone who hacks, who steals this information is called a hacker. Okay, and this is something that's very bad. We want to go to secure and safe websites because we don't want people to hack our personal information.
That's right. Okay, so the verb is to hack. And finally, in the end, when they were going to look for a sweater for a dog, the person said, you know what, this is great, but are you sure you want to start to shop online? Once you do this, there is no turning back.
Oh, I love this phrase. There's no turning back. So this is, well, you think about someone who's leaving. You say, there's no turning back. You can't go back. You can't return to where you were.
Right.
This is something we say as a warning. So listen, this is your final decision. If you say yes, you cannot change your mind. You cannot say no later.
So you can't turn back later.
That's right. So there's no turning back now.
Okay, no turning back. Very good. Interesting phrases, keywords, and everything. So we should listen to this dialogue one last time, and we'll be back to talk with you a little bit more.
Hello, and welcome to the English Podcast Zone. I'm really excited you're here today because we're diving into a topic that affects almost everyone these days, shopping online. Whether you're buying clothes, electronics, furniture, or even food, the internet has become one giant marketplace. But how do we talk about all this in English? That's what we're going to explore together. Let's start with a simple fact. People love convenience. And what's more convenient than sitting at home in your pajamas, browsing hundreds of products with just a few clicks? That's a perfect word to learn browsing. In English, when you browse, you're looking through things casually. You might say, I'm just browsing right now, if a salesperson approaches you in a store. Online, it works the same way. You can browse websites like Amazon or eBay without actually buying anything. Speaking of eBay, that's another important thing to understand. Platforms like eBay are not regular stores. They're more like online marketplaces where individuals can sell things directly to other people. That means anyone can be a seller, and that's why you need to learn words like trustworthy. If a seller is trustworthy, it means you can trust them to deliver what they promised. A great way to check if someone is trustworthy online is by looking at reviews or ratings. A seller with a 5-star rating and lots of positive comments is usually reliable. Now, let's talk about a warning phrase that's very common in English, rip off. This is a very useful idiom. If someone says, that store ripped me off, it means they were charged too much or tricked in some way. Maybe they paid $50 for something that should have cost $10. That's a rip-off. You can also use it as a noun. That price is a total rip-off. Another expression you'll often hear in online shopping discussions is point system. Many websites use a point system or a star rating system to rate sellers or products. The more points or stars someone has, the better their reputation. Learning how to read these systems can help you make smart decisions when shopping in English-speaking environments. Let's not forget one of the biggest concerns when shopping online: security. When people say their information got hacked, that means someone got into their computer or account illegally. The verb to hack means to break into a computer system. If someone hacks your credit card information, that can lead to serious problems. That's why many people use services like PayPal, because they offer more protection than entering your card number directly. So here's a phrase that sums it all up. Once you start shopping online, there's no turning back. That's a very natural English expression, and it means once you begin, you can't stop or undo it. It's usually said in a half-serious, half-funny way, especially when talking about something that's addictive, like online shopping. So today we've learned key vocabulary like browse, trustworthy, rip-off, point system, hack, and expressions like no turning back. These are real English phrases used by native speakers, and if you understand how to use them, you'll sound much more natural and confident in conversation. One thing that makes online shopping so powerful is the ability to compare prices instantly. In a physical store, you'd have to walk or drive from one place to another to see if something is cheaper elsewhere. But online, you can open 5 tabs, search for the same item, and compare in seconds. In English, we call this price comparison. You might hear someone say, I always do a quick price comparison before I buy anything online. This leads to another useful phrase, get the best deal. A deal means a good price or special offer. So when someone says, I got a great deal on these headphones, it means they paid less than usual or maybe got something extra, like free shipping. You can also say, I'm looking for the best deal, when you want to find the lowest price or the best value for your money. Let's talk about shipping for a moment. Shipping is the process of sending goods from the seller to the buyer. You'll often see phrases like free shipping, next day shipping, or international shipping. And here's a phrase you'll hear often, track your order. This means checking the progress of your package online. For example, I'm tracking my order. It should arrive tomorrow. But what happens when something goes wrong? Maybe the item never arrives, or it arrives damaged. In that case, you'll want to know how to request a refund. A refund means getting your money back. You might send a message to the seller saying, I'd like a refund, please. The product arrived broken. Another important term is return policy. That's the store's rules about whether or not you can send something back. Some stores have a 30-day return policy, which means you can return your item within 30 days for a refund or exchange. Let's also look at customer service. This refers to the people who help you if there's a problem with your order. You might email or chat with customer service to ask a question or fix an issue. A common phrase is, I contacted customer service and they resolved the problem quickly. The word resolve means to fix or settle something. It's a very useful verb in professional and customer support situations. You should also know about promo codes. These are special codes you can enter at checkout to get a discount. For example, you might say, I found a promo code online and got 20% off. It's common for English speakers to use websites or browser extensions that automatically search for promo codes when shopping online. And let's not forget one more great expression, add to cart. This is something you see on almost every shopping website. When you click add to cart, it means you're putting the item in your virtual shopping basket. It doesn't mean you've bought it yet. It's like saying, I'm interested in this, but I'll decide later. So, whether you're looking for the best deal, tracking your shipment, or calling customer service, these phrases and words are essential to navigate online shopping in English. They're practical, commonly used, and easy to apply in real situations. When you shop online, one of the first things you'll usually do is create an account. This is a step many websites require before you can make a purchase. In English, we say sign up when we register for a new account. You might hear, I just signed up for an account on that new shopping app, or you need to sign up before checking out. After signing up, you usually have to log in. That's when you enter your username and password to access your account. These are basic but important phrases in everyday English. Once you're logged in, you might be asked to fill out your billing address and shipping address. Your billing address is the one connected to your credit or debit card. Your shipping address is where you want your item to be delivered. Sometimes they're the same, but not always. For example, you might send a gift to a friend's address, but pay with your own credit card. Understanding this vocabulary helps you avoid mistakes. Another common step is checking out. In English, to check out means to complete your purchase. You might say, I'm ready to check out, or go to your cart and click check out to finish your order. At this point, you choose a payment method. This is where you'll hear terms like credit card, debit card, or digital wallet. A digital wallet is a service like Apple Pay or Google Pay that lets you pay without entering card details every time. Online stores often offer extra options at checkout. For example, you might see something called gift wrapping. This is when the seller wraps the item nicely, often with a ribbon or decorative paper, because it's meant to be given as a gift. You could say, I ordered a book for my sister and selected the gift wrapping option. It's a small feature, but one that adds a lot of personalization. Let's also talk about wish lists. A wish list is a feature that allows you to save items you're interested in, but don't want to buy yet. In natural English, someone might say, I added it to my wish list so I can come back later. Or, you can share your wish list with friends before your birthday. This is especially useful for planning gifts or future purchases. Security is another major topic when it comes to shopping online. You've probably seen phrases like secure checkout or SSL encryption. These are signs that the website is protecting your payment information. In English, you can say, I only shop on websites that offer secure checkout, or always look for the padlock icon in the browser to make sure the site is encrypted. These are good habits to build and useful phrases to know when discussing online safety in English. And here's a great phrase you'll hear from experienced online shoppers. Read the fine print. This means you should always check the small details before you buy something. Maybe there's a restocking fee if you return the item. Or maybe free shipping only applies to orders over a certain amount. When someone says, make sure to read the fine print, they're advising you to look closely at the details. So in this part, we covered everyday phrases like sign up, log in, billing address, checkout, gift wrapping, wish list, secure checkout, and read the fine print. These are things real people say and use constantly when they shop online. Knowing them will make your English much more fluent and practical, especially in today's digital world. Let's dive a little deeper into how people make decisions when shopping online, especially using English expressions that native speakers often use. One of the most important steps in online shopping is reading customer reviews. This is where people who already bought the product write about their experience. You'll often hear someone say, I always read the reviews before buying anything online. It's a great habit, and in English, it also gives you a chance to learn descriptive language. In reviews, you'll often come across adjectives like durable, high quality, affordable, or overpriced. Let's look at how these work. If a backpack is durable, that means it lasts a long time and doesn't break easily. You might say, "This bag is very durable. I've had it for 3 years." High quality means something is well made or works really well. On the other hand, if something is overpriced, it costs more than it should. For example, the headphones were decent, but definitely overpriced. You may also find phrases like exactly as described or did not match the description. When someone writes exactly as described, it means the product looked and worked just like it was shown online. But if someone writes did not match the description, it means they were disappointed. The product was different or worse than expected. Another very useful term is rating. Products usually have a star rating from 1 to 5 stars. If something has a 5-star rating, it means almost everyone loved it. You can say, "This camera has over 1,000 5-star reviews. It must be good." The phrase "must be" is a nice way to make a logical guess in English, and it sounds natural in daily conversation. You'll also notice that reviews often mention the delivery experience. Was the package late? Was it damaged? Was the packaging good? Common phrases you might hear include, "It arrived earlier than expected," "The box was a little damaged," or "The item was well packaged and protected." These are helpful patterns to learn, especially if you ever want to write your own review in English. And don't forget, writing a review is a great way to practice English. Even short sentences like, "Great value for the price," or "Not worth the money," are extremely common and useful. If you want to improve, try writing mini product reviews in English for items you buy, even if just for yourself. It's a fantastic way to build vocabulary and confidence. Also, many websites now let you filter results. This means you can choose options like lowest price first, highest rating, or fastest delivery. The verb to filter means to narrow down your choices. So someone might say, "I filtered by 4-star ratings and up," or "I only look at products with free shipping." These are excellent phrases that make your shopping and your English more precise. So today, we explored how reviews shape the online shopping experience, and you learn natural, powerful phrases like durable, overpriced, exactly as described, 5-star rating, arrived earlier than expected, not worth the money, and filter by rating. These expressions are used by English speakers every single day, and now you can use them too. Let's explore another important part of online shopping in English, understanding product descriptions. These are the texts written by sellers to explain what the item is, what it does, and why you should buy it. Learning how to read and understand product descriptions can really boost your English skills, especially when it comes to vocabulary and phrases used in advertising. Product descriptions often include phrases like brand new, like new, gently used, or refurbished. Let's break these down. Brand new means the item has never been used. It's completely fresh from the manufacturer. Like new means the item has been used, but it looks and works just like a new one. Gently used suggests it's been used, but still in good condition. Refurbished means it was used, possibly broken, then repaired and tested, and now it's being sold again, often at a lower price. You'll also notice common adjectives in product descriptions like compact, lightweight, versatile, ergonomic, and eco-friendly. For example, "This laptop is compact and lightweight, perfect for travelers." Compact means small but efficient, and lightweight means easy to carry. Versatile means the product can be used in many different ways. Ergonomic means it's designed to be comfortable and easy on your body, like an ergonomic chair or mouse. And eco-friendly means it's good for the environment. Sometimes product descriptions exaggerate a little, so phrases like best on the market, must have item, or limited time offer are very common. These are marketing expressions, and they're designed to make the product sound more exciting or urgent. For example, "Don't miss this limited time offer" means the deal won't last long, so you should act fast. Recognizing these kinds of persuasive phrases can help you become a smarter shopper and a sharper English learner. Another useful section in many product listings is the QA section. That's short for questions and answers. This is where customers ask questions about the product and sellers or other customers respond. You'll see questions like, "Is this waterproof?" or "Does it come with batteries?" These real-world questions and answers are excellent reading material for learning casual, useful English. Pay attention to how people ask and answer things in natural ways. Now, let's talk about specifications, often shortened to specs. Specs include technical details like size, weight, battery life, dimensions, and material. For example, a phone listing might say, battery life, up to 12 hours, or dimensions, 14 by 9 inches. These are facts, not opinions, so learning how to read and understand them helps you evaluate products more accurately. One more helpful phrase is what's included. This tells you exactly what comes in the box. You might read, package includes charger, instruction manual, and carrying case. Always check this section so you don't expect more than what you'll receive. So, from phrases like gently used and eco-friendly to reading specs and spotting limited time offers, understanding product descriptions is a powerful way to improve your English and your online shopping skills at the same time. These phrases are full of real-life value, and the more you notice them, the more confident you'll become in both English and e-commerce. Now let's take a closer look at one of the most important aspects of online shopping, making safe and smart payments. When you buy something online, understanding the vocabulary around payments can help you feel more secure and avoid problems. Let's start with the phrase payment method. This simply means the way you choose to pay. Common payment methods include credit card, debit card, PayPal, digital wallet, and sometimes even bank transfer. A credit card lets you buy something now and pay for it later, often with interest. A debit card takes money directly from your bank account. PayPal and digital wallets are popular because they offer an extra layer of protection. You don't have to share your actual card details with the seller. In English, someone might say, I prefer to use PayPal because it's safer, or my digital wallet saves all my payment information. You'll also come across terms like billing information and payment confirmation. Billing information includes your name, billing address, and card details. After you complete your payment, you usually receive a payment confirmation, a message or email that says your payment was successful. It often includes a confirmation number or order number. These are useful if you ever need to contact customer service. Now, let's look at another important concept: fraud prevention. Fraud means dishonest or illegal behavior, usually to steal money. Online, this often refers to people pretending to be real businesses so they can take your information. That's why many websites use tools like two-factor authentication. This means you enter your password and then a code sent to your phone. You might hear someone say, I activated two-factor authentication to keep my account secure. There are also other security features you might see, like CVV code and SSL encryption. The CVV code is the 3-digit number on the back of your credit card. You're usually asked to enter this when you check out to prove you have the physical card. SSL encryption protects your data while it travels from your computer to the website. You can often tell a website is secure if the URL starts with HTTPS and shows a small padlock symbol. Sometimes, payment problems can happen. Maybe your card is declined. The phrase card declined means the payment didn't go through. You might hear, sorry, your card was declined. Please try another payment method. Or you might receive a message saying payment failed. Knowing these phrases helps you understand what went wrong and what to do next. You may also want to know about installment payments. This is when you split the payment into several smaller amounts, usually monthly. Some websites offer this feature, and you'll see phrases like pay in 3 easy installments or installment plan available at checkout. It's useful for big purchases like electronics or furniture. And finally, there's a term many people love: money-back guarantee. This means the seller promises to return your money if you're not satisfied. It's common to see phrases like 100% money-back guarantee or full refund if not satisfied. This builds trust between the customer and the seller, and in English, it's a great phrase to recognize when deciding whether or not to buy. So today, you've learned important and practical payment-related phrases such as payment method, payment confirmation, fraud prevention, card declined, installment plan, and money-back guarantee. These are not just vocabulary items. They're tools that help you feel more confident and capable in the world of online shopping and English communication. Let's now explore something that makes online shopping not only convenient, but also incredibly personalized: the power of recommendations and targeted ads. These are features that help websites show you things you might like, based on your shopping habits. In English, we say things like, "This site always recommends the perfect products for me," or "I keep seeing targeted ads for things I just searched for." So, what's a recommendation in this context? It's a suggestion based on what you viewed or purchased. You might see phrases like "customers also bought," or "you might also like." These are called suggested items or personalized recommendations. For example, if you buy a phone case, the website might recommend a screen protector or wireless charger. This kind of English is very natural and common when talking about online experiences. Then we have targeted ads. These are advertisements that are shown to you because of your search history, location, or preferences. If you've ever searched for shoes and then seen ads for shoes all over other websites, you've experienced targeted advertising. A natural English sentence would be, "I searched for headphones once, and now I see ads for them everywhere." Now, let's talk about wish list notifications and back-in-stock alerts. Many websites give you the option to receive an alert when a product you saved becomes available or goes on sale. That's a notification. In English, people might say, "I got a notification that the shoes on my wish list are back in stock," or "they sent me an alert about a flash sale." A flash sale is a very short-term sale that usually offers big discounts for a limited time. These notifications often lead to impulse buying. That means making a purchase without planning it. It's a very common behavior online. You see a deal, get excited, and click buy now before thinking it through. In casual English, someone might say, "I didn't plan to buy it. It was a total impulse buy." It's helpful to know this phrase, not just for your vocabulary, but also to recognize your own habits. Let's also look at product bundles. A bundle is a group of items sold together at a lower price. For example, buy a camera bundle with a lens and memory card included. Bundles can be a great deal, and in English, we often use the word bundle in tech shopping and holiday sales. Another trend you'll see is subscribe and save. This is a program where you sign up to receive regular deliveries of a product, like vitamins or shampoo, and you get a discount. You might read, "Subscribe and save 10% on every order." The verb subscribe here means to sign up for a repeated service, not just for emails, but for physical products too. And finally, you may have heard about loyalty programs. These are systems where you earn points every time you buy something. Later, you can exchange those points for discounts or free items. A natural phrase would be, "I joined the loyalty program, and now I earn points every time I shop." This is often called a reward system in English. So in this part, we covered powerful vocabulary like recommendations, targeted ads, notifications, impulse buy, product bundles, subscribe and save, and loyalty programs. These are all key concepts in the modern online shopping world, and using them naturally in English will help you sound fluent, smart, and up to date. One area of online shopping that many people overlook, but that's full of useful English, is the world of customer feedback and support tickets. Whenever something goes wrong, or even if you just have a question, you'll likely need to contact customer support. This is a great opportunity to practice polite and professional English. Let's start with how to open a request. A common way is to submit a support ticket. This means filling out a form or sending a message to the company to explain your issue. You might see phrases like, "Need help? Submit a support ticket," or "Please open a ticket if your item hasn't arrived." In natural speech, someone might say, "I submitted a support ticket yesterday, and I'm still waiting for a reply." Now, when you're writing to customer service, you'll want to be polite but clear. Useful sentence starters include, "I'm writing to report a problem with. I would like to request a refund for. I received the wrong item and would like to exchange it." These kinds of phrases help you sound professional and respectful, which is especially important when you're asking for help. Let's say the company replies and asks for proof of purchase or order confirmation. That's your receipt or email that shows what you bought and when. You might hear, "Could you please send us your order number?" Or, "We need your confirmation email to proceed." These are common phrases, and understanding them makes the process smoother. Sometimes, companies will offer you a replacement, a refund, or a store credit. A replacement means they send you a new item. A refund means they give your money back. And store credit means they give you money to spend at their store, but not cash. So you might get a message that says, "We can offer you a full refund or store credit. Please let us know your preference." You might also hear the phrase return label. A return label is a prepaid shipping label that you print and attach to the package when you're sending something back. Companies often say, "We've emailed you a return label," or "Please attach the return label to the box." It's a good idea to know how to use this phrase if you ever need to make a return. Another important term is response time. This refers to how quickly customer service replies. A website might promise average response time, 24 hours, or "Our support team usually replies within 1 business day." In English, people often say, "Their response time was really fast," or "I didn't hear back from them for 3 days." Now, here's something especially common in English-speaking culture: escalating a complaint. If your issue isn't resolved, you might need to ask for a manager or supervisor. A polite way to do this is to say, "Could you please escalate this issue?" Or, "I'd like to speak with someone at a higher level." These phrases are useful not just for shopping, but for many professional situations. And finally, once your issue is resolved, it's polite to write a short thank you message. Something like, "Thank you for resolving this quickly," or "I appreciate your help with this matter." Politeness goes a long way, and using phrases like these can help you build a strong, confident tone in your English writing. So today, we explored how to navigate customer support using clear and polite English. You've learned powerful expressions like support ticket, proof of purchase, return label, refund, replacement, response time, and escalate the issue. These are real-life, high-value phrases that make your online shopping experience smoother and your English much stronger. Let's turn our attention now to the special shopping events and seasonal trends that are a big part of online shopping and a great chance to learn culturally rich and highly practical English. Every year, online stores hold sales events that attract millions of shoppers. Some of the biggest are Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Prime Day, and even back-to-school sales or holiday deals. Let's begin with Black Friday. This is the day after the American Thanksgiving holiday, and it marks the beginning of the holiday shopping season. You'll hear phrases like huge Black Friday savings or doorbuster deals available online. A doorbuster is a term originally used for in-store sales that caused people to rush in when doors opened, but now it's used online to mean limited time, deep discounts. Cyber Monday follows Black Friday and focuses specifically on online deals. English speakers will often say things like, "I always wait until Cyber Monday to buy electronics," or "The Cyber Monday deals were even better than in stores." These cultural shopping days offer useful vocabulary, and they give you insight into how holidays influence consumer behavior in English-speaking countries. Another big trend is limited time offers. These are deals that only last for a few hours or days. You might see phrases like "ends tonight" or "only 2 hours left." The idea is to create urgency. This ties into a very useful English expression, "while supplies last." It means you should act quickly, or the product might sell out. You'll see this in phrases like 50% off while supplies last, or offer valid until sold out. You'll also hear about pre-orders and restocks. A pre-order lets you buy something before it's officially available. For example, pre-order now and get early access, or be the first to get it when it launches. A restock happens when an item that was sold out becomes available again. You might say, "The sneakers I wanted were restocked this morning. I finally got them." Let's not forget about exclusive offers. These are deals available only to certain people, like members or subscribers. You might read, "Exclusive offer for email subscribers," or "Members get 20% off their first order." The word exclusive is used a lot in marketing, and it's meant to make the offer feel special and limited. Another important concept is freebies. A freebie is something you get for free, often as part of a promotion. For example, "Get a free tote bag with every purchase," or "This beauty box includes 3 freebies inside." This is casual but common vocabulary in advertising and product promotions. And finally, many online stores run countdown timers on their websites during sales. These are clocks that show how much time is left before a deal ends. This adds excitement and pressure. English phrases connected to this include, "the clock is ticking," or "only minutes left to grab this deal." These expressions are useful not just for shopping but also in everyday conversation when talking about deadlines or urgency. So in this part, we explored the language of seasonal shopping events and marketing promotions. You've learned phrases like Black Friday, Cyber Monday, doorbuster deals, while supplies last, exclusive offers, pre-order, freebie, and countdown timer. These expressions aren't just trendy, they're part of how English speakers talk about shopping and urgency every day. Let's finish this journey by exploring how online shopping has changed the way people think, shop, and communicate, all through the lens of practical English you can use. Online shopping is no longer just about convenience, it's a major part of daily life. And with that comes a new world of vocabulary and expressions that help you talk about habits, preferences, and even shopping addiction. Let's start with the idea of a shopping habit. In English, we often say things like, "I've developed a habit of browsing late at night," or "online shopping has become part of my weekly routine." These kinds of statements help describe not just what you buy, but how often and why. Another useful word is temptation. For example, "The deals are tempting," or "I try to avoid shopping apps because they're too tempting." This describes the feeling of being drawn to buy something even if you don't really need it. Now, let's talk about the phrase, "add to favorites." Many websites allow you to favorite or save items you like, even if you're not ready to buy. You might say, "I added it to my favorites so I can check the price later," or "this website lets you build a list of your favorite items." These are great tools for managing your interests, and the English phrases are simple but powerful. Another common idea is price tracking. This is when you monitor the price of an item over time to see if it goes down. In English, people often say, "I've been tracking the price of this jacket for weeks," or "there's a site that alerts you when the price drops." This is a smart way to shop, and talking about it in English makes you sound informed and savvy. You'll also hear more and more people talking about subscription boxes. These are services where you pay a monthly fee and receive a box of surprise products like snacks, beauty items, or books. People love the excitement of not knowing what they'll get. A natural phrase would be, "I subscribe to a snack box and now I get new international treats every month." Let's also touch on unboxing, a popular word thanks to social media. Unboxing refers to the process of opening a new package, often with excitement. You'll hear people say things like, "I love watching unboxing videos," or "there's nothing better than unboxing a package after a long day." It may seem simple, but it's a big part of the online shopping experience and a great word to know. Another phrase you'll hear is buyer's remorse. This describes the feeling of regret after making a purchase, especially an expensive or unnecessary one. In English, someone might say, "I bought that expensive bag and now I've got buyer's remorse," or "I returned it the next day. I had serious buyer's remorse." This phrase is useful in both casual and reflective conversations. And let's not forget the growing trend of ethical shopping. More people are choosing to support brands that are eco-friendly, cruelty-free, or fair trade. A phrase you might hear is, "I try to shop from ethical brands," or "this company uses sustainable materials." These are great examples of how shopping habits are connected to values, and how English can help express those values clearly. So as we wrap up, we've now covered the language of shopping behavior, from temptation and favorites to unboxing, subscription boxes, buyer's remorse, and ethical shopping. These aren't just phrases, they reflect real thoughts, choices, and lifestyles. And being able to talk about them in English gives you both fluency and cultural depth. Thank you for being a part of the English Podcast Zone.
What are you doing?
I'm just looking for a nice pillow on eBay.
You're shopping for a pillow online? That's absurd.
Why? I don't have to leave the house or browse a dozen stores to find what I'm looking for. This way, I just search for it online, quick and easy.
I see. But how do you pay for it? How do you know you aren't going to be ripped off by the seller?
Well, the website handles a point system where if the seller does something wrong, people comment negatively, and then you know that he or she may not be trustworthy.
Wow, that sounds pretty safe. So how do you pay? Do you need a credit card?
You can use a credit card or your debit card. They also let you use the PayPal system, which is really safe and fast. I have never had any problems with someone hacking my information or anything.
Do you think I can find a sweater for my dog online?
You can find anything. Are you sure you want to start shopping online though? Once you step into this world, there is no turning back.
Let's do it!
All right, so now talking about online shopping. Have you ever bought anything online? Use your credit card online?
I have. I've used my credit card on Amazon.com to purchase books on the internet. But I know that you are much more of a fan of online shopping. You use the Chinese website Taobao all the time.
Yeah, well, actually, I wrote this dialogue and it's kind of based on something real because, you know, sometimes going to the stores, it can be great and you can see things and physically touch them, but I'm a little bit more practical. I know exactly what I want, or maybe I saw it. So I don't want to have to go to the stores and deal with, you know, haggling or negotiating, or sometimes it's even more expensive. So I just, you know, from the comfort of my own home, just put in my my debit card number and buy things online and I get it delivered overnight.
Well, and you never go shopping now. Well, shopping, you have to go to the clothing store for clothes, the video game store for video games. And on the internet, it's all in one place. You're at home, you're in your pajamas, you use your credit card.
And the cool thing is that you can even, sometimes you want to buy small things. Like in this case, maybe a pillow, or you want to buy, like recently I bought some candles, some decorative candles. So, I don't know, do you really want to go out downtown, look for the candle shop where you can get them? You can just do it online.
Do it online. Let us know. Do you shop on the internet? If you do, what kind of services do you use? What stores do you go to? Let us know. Our website is englishpod.com. We hope to see you there.
All right, bye everyone.
Bye.
The English Pod Audio Review. Listen to the meaning, then say the vocabulary word.
Ridiculous. Absurd. Be cheated violently. Be stolen from. Rip off. Reliable or dependable. Worthy of being trusted. Trustworthy. Gain unauthorized access to another computer system. Hack. To inspect something leisurely and casually. Browse. A system of evaluation based on awarding points. Point system. A plastic card that enables the holder to pay on credit. Credit card. Not to halt the advance of, not to regret. No turning back.
Let's try that faster.
Reliable or dependable. Worthy of being trusted. Trustworthy. A system of evaluation based on awarding points. Point system. To inspect something leisurely and casually. Browse. Ridiculous. Absurd. A plastic card that enables the holder to pay on credit. Credit card. Be cheated violently. Be stolen from. Rip off. Gain unauthorized access to another computer system. Hack. Not to halt the advance of, not to regret. No turning back.
Now say the word and hear it in a sentence.
Absurd. I think what you are saying is simply absurd. Absurd. People think it's absurd to learn physics, but I think that is absurd. Absurd. That was an absurd decision you made, and now it's going to cost us millions. Rip off. My neighbor got ripped off at the market yesterday. He paid double of what I did. Rip off. Many mechanics try and rip you off by overcharging you. Rip off. You bought that car for $1,000. You got ripped off. I would have bought it for $500. Trustworthy. John has proven to be a very trustworthy person in our company. Trustworthy. The accountant at our company was not entirely trustworthy. Trustworthy. I would tell him, but I don't think he is very trustworthy. Hack. Someone hacked into my computer and read all my emails. Hack. The FBI computer was hacked by terrorists. Hack. Illegally hacking into someone's computer can be enough to sentence you to life in jail. No turning back. We are on our way to Hawaii. There is no turning back now. No turning back. If you make this purchase, there is no turning back. You can't return it or exchange it. No turning back. He abandoned his wife and daughter and never turned back.